and the male pandas have very small penises. So the sperm they've got like a meter to swim to get to the egg, and most of them have been annihilated by the.
Wow.
So and that's just one reason why they're shit. They've
I've
also
not gone extinct yet.
they've
So that's
devolved to not eat meat, even though they're bears. So they used to eat meat.
Yeah.
They've evolved now, so where they don't. But the one thing that they eat has virtually no calories in it, and I think it's every 7 years, it dies off for 3 months. At that point, it's Panda Armageddon.
I don't think there's any audio going through to the YouTube again, Dave.
Oh, no.
I don't think there's any audio going through to YouTube again.
Nope.
Oh, that looks so horrible. Oh, look
Trying
at
to get it to trying to do that.
He's playing with the walrus'
should be
tiny
working, mate.
penis.
They're not Aldi, they're Walkerton's crumpets.
Yeah. My wife make it with the milk from her teat.
I sure hope she doesn't.
He's not even bothered making cheese or anything, has he? Like, could have made some goat's cheese. Just carried on with the milk.
No, but look, that's clearly a very small penis. It is.
Can you imagine living on an
Look,
island?
Mark, I've been and spoke to my doctor about it.
I'd rather just die. I'd let myself starve to death.
I saw a documentary once about a guy who really did have a willy that small, and it was how it affected his life. And he was married. He was married, and he had a 3 millimeter long willy. It's just like, oh my god.
Some people have liposuction to try and make it bigger.
Yeah.
He got a penis enlargement on the NHS, and after the enlargement, it was 2.5 inches, and his wife was proper chuffed.
Now, my question is, had it always been that small, or did it shrink?
Well, it is a condition. It's called micropenis. It's caused by some hormonal imbalance when you're in the womb.
Yeah, because there's elephantitis, isn't there, as well, where you get
elephantitis of the testiculae wouldn't be very nice.
There's actually a guy like that. Elephant.
It's like that South Park episode where they all give themselves testicular cancer so they can get medicinal marijuana.
Yeah.
Only on South Park.
They're being sued by Rachel Ziegler at the minute for some. I haven't seen the episode, so I don't know what for. But they made an episode skitting her, and she didn't.
Oh yeah, she took a lot of flack for the Snow White.
She was. She's only young, but I mean, she was utterly insufferable before. Disney had to actually, apparently, how true it is, I don't know, they had to send an executive out face to face to tell her to shut the fuck up.
Well, they had to stop her doing press conferences.
Yeah, she was the opposite of. She was the opposite of. She hated men, didn't she, or something? I can't remember what happened. About
she was saying that she called Prince Charming a weird stalker. And said he wasn't going to be in the film, and he isn't in the film. It's some sort of bandit lord or whatever, some sort of bandit chief that she cops off with. So that's obviously a massive improvement. Those testicles are bad, man. That's not good, Dave. If you're not on the Pathfinder chat, I'd stay away from there. Unless you want to see a man with unfeasibly large testicles.
Oh, Soph's done me some dime cake.
Oh.
Has anyone had dime cake from IKEA?
Oh,
look at that bad boy.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Dime is in the dime bars.
Yeah, dime bar, but in a cake. You've never had this at IKEA? Yeah. It's like the best thing to go after the Swedish meatballs.
Yeah. Oh.
What we're waiting on anyway is there technical issues?
No.
Right.
No, I think we're all good. I just asked him to check it as well, but it came through me on my phone all right. So
I do need Sam just to make a noise or two.
One does apologise.
Keep going.
Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Mark, did you notice that Dave didn't need me and you to make any noise?
Yeah.
We can hear
think
you
that's
nose
'cause-
breathing already, Lars.
I keep muting my mic because my massive nose is
Isn't
breathing.
that a song by REM? Nose breathing. Is that one? No.
I don't know. It was making me a little bit moist.
I don't know if you've seen
Can you
the
really hear,
Mastodon's
hear me
music
breathing
video.
again?
No. I don't know if you've seen Mastodon's music video for Steam Breather, but that involves noses and is really fucking weird as well.
Earlier on today, I was listening to, hang on, what's it called? Novol Blanchet by somebody who sounds Italian, who I can't pronounce his name, and it's really nice. It kept popping up on you on so I could buy tickets to see him in Edinburgh for some reason.
Did you?
Took me. No, I didn't get any tickets because I'm not in Edinburgh, and I think I'd probably be able to hack a classical concert. I certainly couldn't hack a heavy metal gig anymore unless I was right near the back. It's just too mental. It's just like, no, is there any need? Is there any need? It's like, yeah, I mean, I know that you get, whether you get knocked over, they help you back up again, but like, who wants to get knocked over like 40 times?
Yeah, I couldn't take a mosh pit anymore.
Yeah. It's like, you know what? I'll just stay here.
It's my idea of a very nice day out.
I'll watch it on TV.
One of the most incredible things that I've ever seen was my mate, ex-housemate James, who was in the mosh pit for Slayer at Download. There was like a foot of mud. A foot, you know, if you were in the front, it would come in over your boots. He lost his glasses in the mosh pit, and he went, "No, I can't leave them." And he went back in, all the way, fought his way back to the front to try and find his glasses, and he fucking found them, and they weren't broken. Just like, how on earth did that happen?
One of my mates lost he lost his bucket hat in a mosh pit, and we managed to find that, but it was a white bucket hat, so it was no longer white.
Yeah. I had a mate when I worked at my previous employment who used to be a bit of a loon, and he'd taken 2 pills and then he vomited in the crazy house in the urinal. Then he picked the tablets out of the piss and took them again. It's like, you are the grossest living human. The grossest living human.
I think that's one of the major differences between us, Mark, because people like that do not remain mates.
Yeah.
So, no. Goodbye.
He got better than that kids and became normal.
It was. I bet.
To know.
I bet it wasn't even.
Mark,
I bet it.
Yeah, was it Dave?
Perhaps if it was a like a sausage roll or something, I might have gone back for it.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't say his full name on the internet.
Breakfast.
Here's where it wasn't actually a pill he swallowed. It was those fucking little tabs that you get in the toilet to keep it clean and fresh.
Yeah, that reminded us of that line from Roadhouse, the proper version, where it says, "What's the bar like that you work in?" And he goes, "Put it this way: there's a sign in the gents that says, 'Don't eat the big white mints.'"
I was very disappointed when I found out I couldn't eat those.
Are they, gents?
Our cleaners occasionally put bleach tablets in. You know, the ones that you're meant to put in water and it makes bleach that you then use for cleaning. So it's like a solid. It's like an Alka-Seltzer, but bleach, pure bleach. They put them in the urinal, so you get wee on it, and then you need a gas mask because you just get assaulted with hydrogen peroxide vapor. It's really nice. Anyway, sorry. Let's make weird noises.
So
or might stop.
Are we all here present and correct?
Yeah.
So before I give a quick, we'll see what level of recap we need to give. Mark, do you want to disappear while we quickly play the Mark game?
Yes, that's a good idea.
It's time for the Mark game.
Yes, it is. So, gentlemen, Mark game.
I know what mine's going to be, the Tharla Siren, which is that thing that gets milked in Star Wars Last Jedi. I wasn't actually planting a seed by bringing that up either.
We know your fucking games, Mr. Noble.
That's not even a subliminal message. That's in your face message. Can I have reconnoiter, please?
Reconnoiter?
Yeah.
Can we have a definition for that for the dumbass at the back over here?
Reconnoiter the sausage rolls. I think it means examine.
Oh. Funky.
Yeah, observation of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So
it's a military
we're doing
term,
a reconnaissance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are reconnaissance, you reconnoit.
Fair enough.
I'll go with milk.
Milk.
For
See what
both.
I'm thinking today.
Playing both sides there.
Foreboding.
Okay.
Milk the milk.
Chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee.
That's only because I've got that pirate movie on in the background with that monkey in it. There's not a chimpanzee, but I don't know what it is.
Pirate film with a monkey.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's the one, but I couldn't think of it.
Oh.
Pirate movie.
So
Basically,
Sammy's gone. Sorry, Nick, go on.
Oh, I was literally just going to say, like, pretty much the only pirate movie. But
no, it's Peter Pan. And Hook.
Sammy's gone for cheese board.
Cheese board.
Quickly, Jake. Quickly.
The best Disney movie of all time, Treasure Planet. That's a decent pirate movie.
I had to groom my purple people eater.
In chat, they can have a go.
I couldn't be arsed saying one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Which, if there's anybody that hasn't heard that song, it's hilarious, and you need to listen to it. Because it's a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. It's really good.
What is it eating?
That 10 pineapple pens.
I think I don't know if it only eats purple people.
So it's been a while.
Just a hot minute.
Can anyone remember what you're all doing?
Saving the world.
I'm going to go kip in this sink, and I'm going to have a wank.
I can't remember because I wasn't here for the last session.
Oh shit! No, I wasn't either. Which
No,
reminds me, I need to watch the last game before tonight's game. Don't let me forget.
The difficulty with that, Mark, is we've discovered that there's only Dave's audio on the video.
Oh,
yeah. My technology failed.
Any time, then.
So we are. We're south of the farmlands, near the Foxglove River.
You are.
And we'd come.
So you are.
Yeah, go on.
I was going to say you were investigating the Hamberley farm.
Yeah.
Specifically where you are.
Righto. Oh, that's right, because the Foxglove Manor is nearby. I think that's where we were heading next.
Oh, my audio's gone.
We keep finding ghouls, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Go on, Jake.
No, you carry on, Dave. You were doing a...
Well, I was hoping to listen to the stream, but apparently it's useless. So we got to a farmhouse. There were 3 bodies: older male, older female, young male. They've got the hook marks similar to the murder that happened in Sandpoint, where they'd got the Sahedron runes carved into them. And there was a note, which was handout 2.3, which was another note from your lordship. Was it your lordship?
Your lordship, yes. You and you alone have brought this fearful harvest. They are dead because of you, and more shall join them soon. Your lordship.
It wasn't me.
Yeah. I mean, we'd done a fair amount, hadn't we? So there was a ghast who wore fine clothes. I've got a cousin. There's a Roger Krazib, who was a butler.
Roger's Cranesby.
Cranesby, yeah.
Yes.
And he was a butler for Alder Foxglove.
Butler in the buff.
A caretaker for the Foxglove Manor.
Right.
So you had rolled Nigel local at the end of the last session, which was, I believe, Zegric and Minato dual combination, and you had remembered that Foxglove Manor, which is 3 miles from where you are now, roughly, had locally been given the name the Misgivings.
Yes, yep.
We kind of like haunted house vibes. And the other thing, because you'd found a key on the ghast who turned out to be Roger's Crazy, which had the Foxglove family crest on it.
Oh, was that a key or because I've got amulet written down?
I believe it was a key. I'll double check that now. So
Okay.
I'm probably wrong.
Broke the key off in the lock.
It was an iron key that was around his neck on a leather cord.
Ah.
So both would, do you know what I mean? You can see where you got amulet from because it was around his neck.
Yeah, curious flower surrounded by thorns.
Yes.
Which is the Foxglove family crest, right?
Yes. However, you also have not. So you would come straight to the farmhouse once you'd seen it, so you know that there were the scarecrows in the area. And in fact, you would believe you even bypassed one. So you currently have a lady with you whose name escapes me right now. Letty Guffman.
Yeah.
Who is currently very unwell and is suffering the effects of ghoul fever. You know she has a husband, but you don't know if he is also in the area or dead, or what Letty couldn't tell you. She couldn't remember when you spoke to her.
Am I right in thinking ghoul fever eventually makes them become a ghoul?
Yes, if it's not cured, yeah.
And am I right that we know how to cure it, but we just don't have the ability to?
Yes. Unless the restoration can help with the
check.
Can help with the check.
The metagame, yeah.
Have to make, in order to shake it off. But with correct treatment and stuff, it can be made a lot easier with, basically being hung out on stakes probably wasn't the best thing for it.
Yeah. Did we hold off from using Dastor's ability so in case we needed it while we were still fighting?
Yes. Also, it only gives you, mechanically speaking, it only gives you a bonus to the check to resist the stages of the disease. So it's not a cure as such. So.
Okay.
And
beyond your current abilities to heal, I believe.
And in terms
Would we know locally where to take her, Tom, to get cured?
Best place is going to be Sandpoint or Magma.
And would we know if kind of how far through the transition she could be, like so how close she might be to
Yeah.
turning?
So Dastor had checked her over, and she was pretty. She's not doing well. She's not there yet, but she's definitely on a downward spiral.
Okay. So we think like, do we know between us kind of a rough, I guess, like trajectory with it, like how long it normally takes to like fully manifest and.
Can you roll me a medicine check?
Oh yeah, giggity.
If you were to ask someone who's got high medicine, I'm happy for that check to be made by the person with the highest skill.
I can't see medicine check on my skills.
Is it
Heal,
heal?
sorry, medicine's
Heal.
yeah, medicine is D&D, isn't it?
Yeah, my
it's
heal
heal,
check.
sorry.
I
Isn't
rolled a
that
clean
great?
30.
It's a
I didn't
4.
roll.
Yeah, mine's
I rolled a
wank.
clean
Yeah.
20.
Mine's wank.
We'll
Oh,
go
welcome
with-
back,
go
Lars.
with Dastor
First
then.
roll's a 30.
Oh, so picking up the slack from Jake. What did you roll, Jake?
That's a natural 20, mate. Jeez.
3.
Looks like
I roll-
some
Okay.
cheesecake to me.
I rolled your mum.
So
Wow.
you would know.
Wow.
It depends on how. It depends on the individual's constitution as to how. How easily they can resist. Mechanically speaking, it does a D3 con and a D3 dex damage a day if you fail the save that you make.
Yeah.
You need 2 consecutive saves in order to be cured.
Okay.
So what you're saying is, if we find this lady's husband and he's already dead or turned, it's going to affect her massively.
Yes. And also mechanically, you will know that it's not a particularly hard thing to shake off if you're rested and well. But if you're under duress, it's harder, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And obviously, the longer you have it and don't shake it off, the harder it becomes to shift.
I'm guessing she's quite stressed.
Yes.
I'd always be tempted to put the question out there: do we just do her in?
Wow.
That does not sound like you at all, Lewis. To just kill,
Yeah.
kill the problem.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Dastor
she's okay
being
now,
awfully
but
good
we
would
don't
say
want it to turn into a ghoul on us, do we? Catch us
I
with
know
our
I
pants
do.
down.
With that heal check, you know enough
Oh.
to know that she's not likely to turn anytime soon, but she's probably got a couple of days, realistically.
Oh, turn soon, lads.
Oh, do you?
You leave me alone.
Um.
And you said there's nothing I can cast on her to make her feel better.
Is, I believe,
Face to the face.
it's lesser restoration that helps with this.
Yeah. Less restoration. Dispels any magical effects reducing one subject's ability scores or cures 1d4 points of temporary ability damage to one of the subject's ability scores. It also eliminates any fatigue suffered by the character and improves an exhausted condition to fatigued. So it will take the stress off her, would it? So she doesn't turn too
It'll
quickly.
cure the ability damage so that she's got a better chance of making the save.
Do you want
Mechanically
me to
speaking.
cast? Do you want me to cast it on her, guys? It's one of my level 2 spells, so
What would Dastor do?
that's what I'd do what's lawfully good, so he would do it. But I don't want to.
Do it.
Oh shit! That's not what I wanted to do.
Hang on. So,
But bear in mind, I've only got this one. I can't then cast this again until we rest.
So the other thing that you can do now, you'll have 3rd level spells, Lars, is a spell called Remove Disease. and you can change your spells on long rest.
When's that?
You've got
When are
30
we having
spells down, mate.
I mean, no, when are we? When are we having a rest so I can change them?
Well, the point is, I think the point I'm making there is she's got Days Implore, so perhaps you can hold off casting this right now.
Roger.
Until perhaps you are either more secure, because again, you've not cleared, as you know, you end up making a beeline for the farmhouse. So the area isn't whether you're not sure if the area is safe or not.
It's a level 3, you said, that spell.
Yes. Do you want me to send it to you?
I'm on the
Would that be
list, so I'm
helpful?
just trying to find it.
While you're doing that, then, can I climb up on the roof of this farmhouse and see if I can scope out the area and see anything?
I certainly can. Let me take you to the area map. Let me make sure I take you to the right one.
What did you say it was called again? Tom?
It is Remove Disease, and I've put a link to it in the Pathfinder chat.
Ah, cool. Cheers, buddy.
No, you're welcome. So you can see what you've already cleared, but it's nighttime. It's dark at this point. So you know that there was, because you passed it. Let me clear a little bit more of the fog. There we go. So you know that there was a scarecrow you didn't investigate in this field. And there was one at the bottom of this path here that you could see just before you turn towards the farmhouse. You can also see, as you're on the roof now, I won't make you roll a check because I know you are, I'm pretty sure you could climb a house without any real difficulty.
Puppy power.
I can plant a
Also,
house.
A scarecrow just there, just opposite the barn on the path to the north.
Well, I think the plan was we knew where the farmhouse was, or the rough location of the farmhouse. We were going to get to here, so we've got a base camp. We found a base camp, so we might as well. Do we need to actually rest now, or can we? I mean, it's night as well, isn't it?
If you want me to, only if you want me to heal this sugar lady.
Yeah, can we?
Also, did you say there were some bodies around?
So there are the bodies of Aghast, 8 ghouls.
The bodies were gassed.
Aghast is a creature. It's a creature that you fought. It's like a very strong ghoul.
They're not very nice. Don't like them.
And they stink.
Yeah.
But then there's also 3 dead bodies in the farmhouse that have been mutilated and all have the Sahedron rune carved into their chests, much like the original murder in Sandpoint.
Did we want me to talk to any of them at all? Because I can talk to dead bodies.
Yep.
I think it's called schizophrenia.
I see dead people.
How many questions?
And so I can speak to dead as one of my level 3 spells.
Oh.
That'd be really handy.
Yeah, you grant semblance of life. So basically, you may ask one question per caster level. So
one question. What per caster level? Per 2 caster levels.
Per 2 caster levels. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
you've got
2 questions.
2 questions. Yeah.
Corpse's knowledge is limited to what it knew during its life and can't be asked. So basically, you can't ask anything after it died. It's different from yours. If the dead creature's alignment was different from yours, the corpse gets a will save to resist the spell as if it were alive. If successful, the corpse can refuse to answer your questions or attempt to deceive you using bluffs.
The guy can be a dick.
So basically, we can ask it 2 questions, and we've got to hope that its alignment is the same as mine. If it is not, then it might try and lie to us. And we can't ask it anything after it died.
I guess, to be fair, what we want to know is building up before it died, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who killed you? Is the obvious one.
Why don't you keep your loot roll?
Have you seen my yogurt spoon?
First, before we cast this, though, what 2 questions do we want to ask? Because we've got 2. It's like we're rubbing the lamp. We don't want to fuck these 2 wishes up, do we?
Yeah.
Yeah, ignore my suggestion then.
What is the meaning of life?
Yeah.
It'll just say 42 and then it's all gone. Then yeah.
The other question is, who are you going to cast it on?
Jeff.
Yeah. So I think one of the questions should obviously be who killed you, and then if they can't answer that, then maybe what did they look like? Maybe because they might not know who killed them. They might not have seen them. Might have got stabbed in the back or whatever.
They came from behind.
So we all want to go.
Did they lose anyone?
What was that?
Was anyone lost? I thought Tyree and Hutch possibly.
I'm thinking about. Well, bizarrely, that's not a bad. It wasn't a bad question because we could ask who killed you, and then how many people live in the farmhouses nearby. Because we know we've killed, was it 8 ghouls and a ghast, so 9 so far. Oh, I don't know.
Jeez.
I don't know.
I'll be honest. To be fair, I think, ironically, I think I actually went and cleared some of the undead ghouls off the battle map we were using for the ghoul fights. So I have. I want to say you've killed another 5 on top.
Was I useful in the ghoul fight?
You weren't there for the ghoul fight, mate.
Oh.
I'm sorry to say.
No.
I thought you were going to ask that to the dead body. I was like,
Yeah.
no. Don't do it.
Just stop being a knob. I can't.
Is there a time limit on the questions? So can we ask one and then have a think about it?
1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute per level, sorry. So I'll get 5 minutes.
I'm thinking because if you ask the question, it makes sense to do the older male. If we say to the older male, "How did you die?" and he said, "I don't know," then we're kind of screwed, aren't we? You know, something hit me from behind. Oh, great. Then in which case we can let Mortis ask where his yogurt spoon is.
But that's actually quite a valid point because we might turn around to him and go, "Who killed you?" and he might not know who killed him because realistically, probably don't know he's dead.
And I do.
Well, we're asking him questions of everything of what happened up to the point he died, aren't we? So we could maybe ask him what was happening in the village at that before you died,
or even like, what's the last thing you remember?
Yeah, maybe that.
That's
maybe we
nice
ask
one.
the first question is, what's the last thing you remember? Because that's quite a broad question, so it's got a lot to answer.
You can always do the like.
That's why you're a
do you know
clinical
who
lead,
killed
Jake.
you, and has anything been taken or left behind that shouldn't have been here or something?
Say that again, mate. You're really
something
far
about
away.
taking you from behind.
I'm not. I'm here. Look, I'm lying down.
It sounds like you're dead far away.
No, like one of the questions we could ask, just like anything look out of place, or was anything taken after you from here? It was like if the farmer looks around the building and goes, actually, my purple dildo was on the bedside and it's now gone.
His wife's going to be like, what have I told you about leaving that lying around?
And the thing is, that could have been the murder weapon. He was just killed with a dildo. That's the last thing he remembers. And then he says, oh no, and someone's took it.
Oh, no.
Setting your bottom on fire. That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
so should we
Yeah,
ask?
was anything
the last
taken
thing
or
you
left
remember?
behind after the attack? Or
Yeah, that's
Well, I
the
suppose is that-
second question then. But then we'll lead with the first question, and then if anything good comes out of that, then you choose the second question more appropriately if we need to.
Sure, go for it.
Right.
Okay, so
Dastor.
what does Dastor casting Speak with Dead look like?
He'll be holding his little
Penis.
his what's his magical item called again? It's not a cross,
symbol.
is it? What's my symbol?
Oh, a symbol of.
It's a wooden cross, isn't it? He'll be holding that over them and chanting some sort of incantation like and then he'll lick it,
to Gizabun.
and he'll lick 2 fingers and just touch them on the forehead.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
And then he'll put them back in his mouth.
Torag's holy symbol, funnily enough, is a warhammer. Just record.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah,
warhammer with
wooden hammer.
Yeah. So it's kind of very Viking-esque in, anyway. So body's, eyes. Do you want to roll Zegric? Roll me on local. Let's see if you know the names of these people.
Hold fire.
Still listening on wireless.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's enough. So you would know that this is Crade, Crade, Hamberley.
Hamberley.
So he Hamberley, yeah. So HAMBLEY.
Bless his charge.
Oh. That was my noise of the moment. You'll be glad
So-
to know the moment has passed.
He will sit upright. The Undertaker the Undertaker sit up where he's like lay down and just goes that kind of sudden rise. And he will look at Dastor and ask your questions.
Does it need to come from Dastor?
Yes, you are the caster, yeah.
What was the last thing you remember, chap?
A hooded creature, and several shadows were standing over me. Tearing into my flesh and carving a symbol into my flesh. I did not see his face.
Just quickly, if I ask the group a question, the body's not going to think I'm asking it to the body, is it? And that's my last spell gone.
I work on intent, so I'm not gonna. You're gonna randomly phrase a question and lose it. No, I'm not.
So Dastor would turn to the group and ask, do we want to go with what Lewis was saying about does anything else look out of place, or do we want to change our question based on what he's just replied?
So the last thing he remembers is them digging into his flesh. He can't tell us what they look like.
He said hooded creatures, and that's all he knows.
Yeah. And then tearing.
if he saw where they came from or where they went after, or does he know anything about the symbol on his chest? Maybe that's been carved into him.
Well, we know it's a Sahedron, and he can't tell us anything after he died, unless it was a slow, agonising death. We could ask him where he came from. He's not a bad shout. Or Lewis,
The person where they came from, or the shadow.
well, hooded creature, I suppose.
Yeah.
What
assuming
would
that-
be funny if you asked him, where did you come from? And he went, out the end of my willy.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
That was one of the worst songs of all time.
We need another broad question like what Jake said. Jake, give us another one of those. You know, like a training school question. None of these yes, no answer questions.
I'll be honest, you've asked, like, the questions that you've proposed to ask are all pretty good questions. Do you know what I mean? Like, that you've not had a bad, except for
Except for the yogurt spoon.
But you've
What,
you know,
what about if we say, can you tell us why these people came to attack? Maybe something like that. What do you know where they came from, or who they are? Something like that.
I like. Where did they come from? Which direction did they come from?
Where did they come from?
Because I'm suspecting it would be.
We're just going to get Cotton Eye Joe back, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah. So are we all in agreement then? If we ask where did these hooded creatures come from?
I think so.
I think that sounds sensible.
Because he'll have
So
at
yeah,
least
Dastor would ask.
some
that.
kind of answer to it, won't he?
Or we flavour
Where
it
did
and
the
say,
other
do you
creatures
know
come
where
from?
they came from or where they went?
Yeah, where that's two questions, I suppose, is it?
And he might not know where they went because he was dead.
Yeah.
He could have bled out.
Maybe, yeah, let's just go with do you know where they came from?
Yep.
You ask him that.
Do you know where they came from?
In the bottom.
We were getting ready for bed. They came in through the window. That's all I know. And then his body all like back down.
Oh.
Liar!
Body.
I've only got one level 3 spell left now, guys, so that was a waste.
No, that was good. It was good because at least we know there's shadows and we know that there's a haunted mansion. That the misgivings is a haunted mansion. I mean, everything's pointing towards that. So do we cure Letty and then rest, or did you want to still sweep?
I'd have to rest then do it because I've not got it prepared.
Shall we sweep the grounds then? Clear the grounds of. Make sure we've cleared the scarecrows, filled this map out, make sure it's secure and safe.
I mean, that seems like a sensible idea. I think we don't, like we say, we
Ignore me.
can the Eidolon kind of have his nose to the ground and see if he can smell out any other ghouls or ghasts? Because I feel like now we'll probably have a bit of a smell for him.
So between
what I just done.
on the way to the farmhouse, between Minato and Eidolon, you had a reasonable ghoul detection system going. So I'm not going to take that away from you. You rolled really well for that, as I recall. So you'll have advanced warning that whether they're ghouls or not.
Okay.
So
Because I think that sounds like a plan. If we scout the grounds, see what's going off, see if we can figure out.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yep. The map that we have, Dungeon Master, to the west of us, is that the edge of the map, or is there more?
There is more.
There is more.
West?
Yeah, because there's actually a crossroads just to the other side. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just reveal that for you so you can see. Because you're close enough that you'd have, you know what I mean? So there's a crossroads there.
Gotcha. And to the south, is there much further down than here that would be aware of?
That from your memory when you pass, that looked to be mostly just fields and then leading into woodland.
Okay. Depends how by the numbers you want to be. Because if we head towards the southwest corner, down in this direction, sweep round north, and then circle all the way around, we've covered the whole lot.
Do that
Oh,
then, yeah. It's the most
yeah.
economical.
Or
Most
we just lure
ergonomical.
everything towards.
Oh, Are we having a rest
That's
now?
not a bad idea. We could light a big fire, see what happens. Draw
Like the
something in.
outhouse, set that on fire and draw everything else to that.
Or just a fire. We don't have to burn buildings.
Burn the building.
Burn the bodies.
Well,
Burn
so
the hippie! No, that's
looking
me.
at the
Don't burn
barn,
me.
you'll remember that there's actually the sticking out hand, and there's part of a statue that's been used as a support beam for the farm. Let me find a description of it for you again. Yeah, so it's known. It's a 12-foot high, 12-foot high stone head, depicting a helmeted warrior, and it's locally known as the Stone
Hello?
Warrior.
Hello.
Sorry.
I'm
Oh,
Hi,
a
Annie.
he just
fool.
appeared on screen for you, Jake.
Floating bro.
Soph's the same. She doesn't like to come in when I'm on cam because she thinks she's going to get snapped up.
Emma does. Emma will sit on the sofa, and be nosy, and just sit there sniggering at everything that we said.
But she don't come on the camera though, does she? See,
No, you have
Soph
to pay her
can
a lot of
walk
money
in
to
just
do that.
here.
But also, you also know, speaking to doing by the numbers, obviously the path does continue down here. Let me change my cursor so I can ping it for you. You get the feeling that you cut kind of through the middle.
Yeah, that was the was the objective though, wasn't it? To find like safe ground where we could defend. Well, we're going to clear the whole map, aren't we? So if we start our bonfire first, wait an hour or so, see what happens. If nothing happens, then out we go.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah,
It's got to be a big fire, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Go for it. I mean, we could arrange any ranged upstairs in the farmhouse. We can set up a proper ambush.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah. So
I guess
there's
the thing.
proper.
Oh,
Sorry, go on.
no, I was just going to say we've got quite a few bodies and stuff to burn, though, haven't we? So we need probably quite a big pyre.
Could we not
Two birds,
prop
one
some of
stone.
them up in like a fashion so they could almost
Hang on. What's been up now?
think it's them? So they kind of go for them, and then we can like spring the trap on them. Like they're all sat round the fire or something.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Another good idea.
Any trousers?
Right, let's send the
Then we
cat
burn
out.
the outhouse.
Minato, you get out there and go
Right.
get some sticks.
And then when you get caught short in the middle of the night, where are you going to go? Oh, wait a minute, you're a cat. You're going to go in the neighbour's garden.
Dastor opens his tea satchel. He'll have a pleasant surprise.
To be fair, that's a good point, actually. I'm going to get a brew on.
Pot on. It's when you were asking what feats should I have, I almost Googled, are there any tea-related feats in Pathfinder?
That's what channel energy is, mate.
Oh, nice.
You just.
I've got some
Okay,
soap
so-
here as well. I'm just going to chuck my bar of soap to Minato and just tell him to clean up.
Okay, so it's gonna have to be some kind of check if you want to try and make it look like that they've set this fire. There's plenty of like firewood and straw in the barn. You could very easily make quite a large fire, but there needs to be some kind of check to as to how lifelike you can make it look like the ghouls have done it.
Well, no.
These guys.
We're trying to make it look like they're still alive to attract the
Yes,
ghouls to them.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Would it help if I animated one?
Yep.
Or I've actually got my zombie pal who's tagging
Yep.
along, or he was tagging along.
It's Rob.
But you could always dress
If-
him up
Yeah.
as one of these scarecrows.
Yes, Mark.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm down. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't even need to cast the spell. We'll just send Jeff, who's already here, unless you want more than one.
Can't you get more then? Because then you're handier in if a fight kicks off. You've got
Yeah, if I cast Animate Dead, then I can make another one then.
definitely.
Which okay, I'll cast Animate Dead on a hefty looking male corpse, preferably one
Yeah,
with
you
a
have-
beard. Just I
Just
don't know
checking because
why.
you've got Animate Dead lesser, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh no, the undead.
It says. Sorry.
Oh no, you can't create more hit dice of undead than twice your cast level of single casting. They remain under your control indefinitely, but you can only control up to 4 hit dice worth of undead creatures per cast.
Right.
Cast
Well,
level.
I should be all right.
Yeah,
shouldn't I,
you'll be
with 2
fine. Yeah.
zombies. So yeah, I'll make another zombie. So I've got Jeff and Pete.
Okay.
What can we dress them as these scarecrow things then?
Well, you could probably make one out of ghouls, so they would already look like the scarecrows.
Yeah.
Cool.
And 2 of them could hold another one in between them, or they could hold the others up, so it looks quite convincing. And then see what
To be
happens.
fair, I
could I
could
make
probably
another
stand
one?
behind one and hold one up because you're not going to see a dwarf behind it.
I can animate another one. That'll be all my level 3 spells though.
Bear with me. Bear with me 1 second.
I would say maybe don't go too crazy.
No,
'cause if
you
we
could
get,
animate. Sorry, go on.
it was literally just like I wouldn't go like crazy because if we get caught out, we may need the spell slots.
Well,
Okay, so
you
we've
can
got 2
animate.
then.
Well, you can animate 2 of these with a casting. These have 2 hit dice.
Right,
So
so
you
I've got
can
4
animate.
hit dice. Yeah, I've got another one though. I've already got. I had Jeff from last time, didn't I?
Yeah, but you can animate 4
2
hit
of these.
dice per caster level, and you are a 5th level wizard.
Ooh,
So you could. I'm trying to do the math in my head here.
yeah.
I need to have a look at the spell real quick. Oh no, you can only create a single small. You can only create 1.
Right.
Yeah, this functions as Animate Dead, except you can only create a single small or medium skeleton or zombie.
Right. In that case, medium
So we know
zombie. So we've got 2 zombies. One of which looks like one of the things because I've raised it
Yeah.
from 1.
But you can dress the other one up.
Yeah.
Like, there's enough of them. There's 8 dead ones around you that you can.
I'll do it. I'm comfortable around dead things that still move around.
Okay, so
Don't
the
know what
check,
that says about me.
it's either going to be knowledge, engineering, I guess, or survival. They're the only 2 that I can think of particularly applicable. Survival's probably more applicable, but
I mean, I've got
That's gonna be
survival, I've
Zegric,
got a
isn't it?
9, I think.
No, believe it or
No.
not.
That's survival.
Why
Oh
was
no,
that one of my
Minato
skills?
survival, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got 9.
Yeah.
What was the
yeah.
knowledge one? Engineering.
engineering.
I'll have a go at that.
So what I would suggest then is that 1 makes the check. Somebody
18.
people clicking
Natural
buttons.
20.
What I was going to say was 1 person makes the check, and then anyone who's got those skills can roll assists, which gives you a +2.
I don't think we need to, Tom.
Well,
Well, we've done all right,
looks
hasn't he?
convincing.
I'm looking
Boy,
at a
done
31
good.
on engineering and 29 on survival.
We've done all right, yeah.
However, what you've got to remember is that these scarecrows have all been pinned to their places with nails for a start, so it takes some effort to pull themselves off them. And that they're undead creatures, and therefore, like ghouls are undead creatures and relatively mindless.
Hold themselves off in front of us.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll D100. And if I roll under the combined scores of what you've just rolled, it'll be successful. That seem fair?
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to roll under a 60,
Roger.
effectively, on a D100. Anyone like to guess? Can you guys see what I've rolled?
67.
Yeah, it was 59.
Yeah. No, 67. So unfortunately, as well as this is presented, you are unable to attract any ghouls. But it was a really good idea for the record. And I'll give you
I'm
that.
blaming Dave. Dave.
Let's do what
yourself, darling.
August said initially then. Head
In
south
pure
and then
rage,
west.
can I set one of the scarecrows on fire and kick it in the outhouse to set the outhouse on fire?
Oh, leave him alone. That's Pete.
You can roll me an acrobatics check to see if you get burnt in the process.
Bloody hell, I'm going to have to
Oh,
pull
here
it
we
out.
go. On fire?
Cat, aren't I? Cure
Yeah,
lesser wounds on a cat on
23.
fire.
Yeah, so you manage it.
What? Don't set Pete on fire.
As I'm like jumping around the outhouse going,
Oh, dear.
Oh. More like a chicken with a salad barm.
But on the plus side, you are now going to free the statue of the soldier from the bomb. So bring your local tourism back to Hambley Farm.
Should we do what August said then? Head southwest?
I think so. We can evaluate the area now, can't we?
Is that
So are
house
you
on
following the
fire
path?
if we left it burning?
No.
No,
Just
he's going to walk for the field.
sorry, no, not the house on fire. No, we're along the path to the crossroads
Okay.
and then west.
Okay, so as you get to this crossroads, you do see a scarecrow there. You also do see a scarecrow in that field. There's also one here. As you kind of look up that path, as you get to there, you see a scarecrow here as well.
Well, let's start with that. Well, let's start with that one then, just to clear it. Kill it with fire.
I'll shoot it from 60 feet away.
Yep.
In the
Okay.
body.
And it appears not to react. Do you want to make a survival check for me for the Eidolon and for Minato? One assisting the other, just to confirm. I'm getting in there early this time.
I'm going to go and
So
annihilate
who's
my
assisting who?
trousers. I shall return very swiftly.
you want me to
Put it
assist
marks
you,
in.
Kay?
Either or, mate. It don't.
Successful assist. So, yeah. So you investigating this, it becomes apparent that is not a ghoul. It is in fact a scarecrow.
Okay.
Let's set it on fire anyway.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Next one was
Go
here then, wasn't it? In this field, and then one to the
Yeah,
south.
it's in the field there. So it's
Do you want
got
me
a
to
kind
shoot
of-
this one?
Feeling some of these scarecrows aren't going to be ghouls or normal scarecrows. There's going to be some innocent people strung up as well.
You already
Yeah.
found one innocent person strung up. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Fire an arrow into a
So let's
scarecrow
not
and you just
keep
hear it
firing
squeal.
arrows.
So which do you want to deal with first?
That one
Actually, I
below
feel no. You'd have investigated. You've got to investigated that one, surely. You'd investigated on the way past. You must have done.
I would have thought so.
So
Oh,
yeah,
look-
let me pop that on because that was one. So I'm pretty sure you've already investigated it.
That was a
So
ghoul.
I'll pop that on. That was a ghoul, yes.
Right. And so we've got another one just here, did you say?
Yeah,
Fish.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's pop an arrow into this one.
Well, if we had best investigate it now that Minato has reminded us that they might actually be people.
Yeah.
So roll first, and then
Roll
Yeah.
first, then shoot.
I can always set beastie on it.
Or I could shoot it. And we'll find out either way.
I'm just going to try and intimidate it. Just shake it and scream in its face.
Okay, so who's rolling the check and who's assisting?
Um,
I can assist if you want. I took some
yeah,
guidance.
Elon will go for it. Wasn't that great?
Okay, but a 13 is enough
Rim Jim Bomb Burner.
with this stench. So that the stench that comes off the ghouls. This isn't a ghoul, it also has smell. So the Eidolon, very much when it reacts when it smells blood,
Yeah.
I assume, you know, it gets excited and it's dinner time.
Yep.
Kind of that's what you get. So, but not the stench, not the full bore stench of death and decay.
I think on that note, Adam would probably give the Eidolon like the heads up, and he'd say like, go and have a like he can go and have more of a look at it, and get like right up and close with it.
Tell him not to put his fingers up its bum. Don't like it.
And as Eidolon gets closer, starts sniffing the feet of this scarecrow, it kind of shifts and kind of shifts, and you hear a very kind of quiet and faint, "Help me!"
We'll hear that and just go straight over because it's somebody in need.
My underpants are melting. Help!
On investigation, you find another human male tied up very securely to these posts.
Dastor was hoping for a human female, so he's going to step back and walk away.
Oh,
he's not really.
You already have the human female.
What a pervert.
How badly battered is this guy? Should I do a health check?
yeah.
Yeah, she can do. Yeah, sure.
Oh, it's not good.
Natural one. You're not sure.
Yeah.
Not sure.
From a 20 to a 1.
Of the year. Someone seems to think he's eaten all the cheese.
Being the healer, you'd be like, oh, well, that's not ideal. Can't tell that he's not well.
Does the
Well, it is
bird
dark.
tolling around know who this guy is?
So is she with you, or did you leave her back at the farmhouse? Is the question.
She's just with us, is she?
With us now.
Yeah, I thought bring him with us because weren't we going to try and remove a disease?
Assassinate her. Oh yeah, cure her. Yeah.
Yes, as you pull the hood off, this guy, she'll go, "Oh, Horan, it's you." And from that, you'll deduce that this is Horan Guffman, who is Letty's husband.
Oh,
Guffman, I should say,
sugar.
not Guffman.
At least we saved a family group and not just, survivors from different families that all go on with their PTSD.
I think Dastor would want to try and stabilize this guy.
Stabilization.
You want to pop him in a wooden structure called a stable with an os.
The problem is you're not quite sure as to what state he's in because you've just rolled a really bad heal check. So he looked fine to you. He looked perfectly healthy.
Try and
if a little
cure
bit
light
dehydrated.
wounds on him.
Go on, you may as well put your fingers up his bum then.
Yeah, I'll pop it.
I mean, you do have a wand of cure light wounds, so perhaps use the wand rather than one of your spell slots. Would be my suggestion.
I don't think cure light wounds is going to help with the ghoul, is it? Though we'd
you know that for sure, yeah.
Yeah. But doesn't it keep him going for longer though?
I mean,
realistically,
hydration.
Sorry, mate. When we've long rested, I can prepare remove disease twice, so we could save both of these. But then I can't speak with the dead again, and I can't cure serious wounds.
Bring him along, same as Letty. If he turns, we kill him because we've got no choice. It's a mercy, and then we can keep going. Yeah,
I mean, Adam's done a
Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, Adam's like prepped a UMD check to use the Wonder Cure Light Wounds on him.
But because Cure Light Wounds is on your spell list, you don't need to make the UMD check to use the wand.
Oh,
It's only spells that aren't on your list.
I was trying my
Sorry,
best.
Mate, you rolled really well as well. I feel a
Okay.
bit bad, but for spells that you can already cast, you don't need to make the check. It's
Just
only
let
the
me have this.
wand. Well, if I were a kind DM, I'd let you keep that in the bank for if you use the ones you have used again. But I'm not that kind, so.
Can
Go up
can
your
I-
balls, hippie.
Can I
Jake,
still
you did
explain?
that well. We all took notes on how to use wands. We were all that impressed. We all got notebooks out and started scribbling notes down.
I keep getting funny looks for how I use my wand.
You should do it in public.
Right, okay, so let's clear up some of this map. So let's get rid of. So, as you would now be down by there, I will reveal a little bit more of what's going on. As you've seen enough to know to clear that section like that, and then I will clear some southbound stuff as well.
So there's nothing
So
down
you can
there.
now
that's just
see
all
down
fields.
to the south of the map, which is woodland.
West.
Keep headed west, I guess.
Go west. Don't.
Go west.
No, there was a don't in there, Harper.
That's not a word I comprehend.
Yeah.
We know.
The only
Especially
answer
when it
is
comes
open-ended
to
question.
opening doors.
Mm-hmm.
I do as instructed.
Okay.
Or as not instructed in those cases.
So the path west will lead you
Douche.
to, and what you will also on the approach is you will see another scarecrow on this corner.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna-
someone
Those corners.
really went to some effort here, didn't they?
What a sick
Yeah.
bastard.
Would we would it, rather than us going over to do checks on these, would it be more prudent to just ask these two people if they recognise them?
They're disguised
So-
as scarecrows.
They're all disguised in this kind of scarecrow guise.
Like Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They look
Yeah.
proper.
So, same as
No.
before. Then send the idol on. See what happens.
Jet
So
repeat as well.
this transpires to just be a scarecrow.
Tidy.
Can
Okay.
the Eidolon pull it down and start just shredding it with his claws?
I should
Sure.
hump it. Won't mind.
Sure.
But I would mind.
You also see that this path, it's hard to reveal in diagonals, leads back up the farmhouse.
Tidy.
The burning outhouse.
Also
What about the path that
continues
goes north?
to the north there.
The north. That's right.
Yeah. But there's nothing further west.
Nothing
A
further
little bit
west.
forest. Okay. North.
The forest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So clear some of this for you. You see another scarecrow standing in this field here.
Mm.
Idle on over.
Same
However,
again.
what you don't actually see a scarecrow, you just see a post. And then the crops have been disturbed as if they travel towards the farm.
Okay. So we could assume that we've killed this one in the farm attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came on in.
From the survival check, that is what you would gather. The tracks are pretty old.
Cool.
I don't
Excellent.
like making assumptions.
North.
Continue north. Okay, so no, I've come off the bloody tool now, haven't I? Bloody outrage. So brings you up to this crossroads again, and you can see. Reveal. There is a scarecrow there, and there's a scarecrow further north as well. Let me just reveal a little bit more.
Wars
you.
and then me. Tell you.
So further up, you can also see there's another one up, kind of in that part of the field.
So there's 2 or 3.
Yeah, there's 2. So there's one here, just set back off in the field, and there's one that seems to be kind of just in between 2 sets of crop.
So the
fields, if that
Eidolon's the
makes
one on
sense.
the west first, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I think
closer.
the Eidolon's gonna have a really good smell out first. He's not just gonna like approach. So I'm gonna roll a survival check if that's okay.
Mhm.
18.
Is Minato going to assist?
Go on then.
Oh,
Natural 20.
so so the Eidolon will tell you that this one is a ghoul.
So I think on that note, like the Eidolon's way of doing that is he'll just like I guess he'll look directly, like sniff at the ground, look directly at it, and then he'll just snarl, and then he'll almost like snap at the air, and then he's going to carry on snarling.
Okay. I'm also going to reward that natural 20. Minato in the distance, you see this one shift, almost sensing your presence.
Stand.
Whether
That's
it's
gonna
a
put his cup
ghoul
of tea down.
or a human, you don't know, but you see it starting to writhe.
Okay.
So we'll take you to the battle map.
I think I'd probably try and drop into a stealth position then on noticing that.
Yeah, no problem.
Up thrown like a pussycat in the shadow.
20. Oh, there we go.
So
That's not
zoom
huge.
out a little bit. Yeah, it's a big battle map. This is. I think I always forget how big it is.
I have that problem.
She said.
So what I'll say is, I'll give you some distance, and
Is that, as I say, is that literally the scarecrow?
See it, boys? I can see it.
no.
Oh.
This map's that big that would be a bit rough. Unless you want it to be that far away from you, but that's 75 feet, which I think is a reasonable distance.
Is it still attached to the post?
Yes,
That's
but it's
cool, isn't
starting to, as you get closer, it's starting to shimmy a little bit.
Yeah. August
It's
has
not
got
full ball.
full pelt run towards it, otherwise he's not going to get a turn.
Let's kill this thing. Bang.
And then the other thing I'll do is I will duplicate, because you now have 2 of these.
Yeah.
Under your command. But Robert is still damaged. We'll call it. I won't like calling it wounded because it's already dead. So
It's a damaged zombie.
yes. But I have given you control of him before. So can you just check that you can move him, Mark?
I certainly can.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Yep, I can move.
No, move the zombie though. Sorry, not yourself.
Oh, where's the zombie? Oh,
This one here
that
that I'm moving. That one there.
ah, yeah, I can move that one. Yeah, I can move that one.
Wicked. So put your party in the
Trousers.
order you would like to be in. Don't think you'd start quite that close, Dave, unfortunately.
I'll have to be a chicken and be at the back.
Dastor would be somewhere behind
And then
Argus,
roll
I
for
think.
select your tokens.
I'm
and
going to go
roll for
there
initiative,
because
please.
I rolled my stealth to get behind a
I'd have
rock.
the zombies well forward. Could I have the zombies by minute?
Oh, every time.
Equally, Could I
Yeah.
move him to there?
So Minato's in a
No.
stealth position, so he's kind of slunk off, realizing.
Yeah.
So probably wouldn't be quite that. Elon's going to be at the front, and then
I'll leave him there, just behind
Yeah.
the Edel, and then I'm over.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
well,
finish up there.
I would be as close as humanly possible.
would you have gone forward with the Elon, Dave?
No, I can't say yes to that, I'm afraid, but I'd probably gone with Robert and Roberta.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Bear and Roberta.
So, sounds like a shit 70s at pop act, doesn't it?
Okay, so I'm going to call out names to make sure everyone has rolled initiative. To be fair, you haven't, Jake, and neither has Elon. I can see that already.
I'm just about to do that. Sorry.
No,
Apologies.
you're, all right. You're fine, mate. You're fine.
For God's sake, Jake.
Lars, suck a wang.
Anybody ever had these?
Preferably mine.
Very spicy.
Stop it on my full crib.
Guess just waiting for initiative off. I believe. I'll
It
do
was
it.
14 for the Eidolon and then 12 for Addam.
Right, okay. Can you roll? Can you click Adam's token and then roll it just so I've got 2 on Adam's sheet, and then I can change the scores manually. That's not a problem.
Apologies.
But I can't unfortunately, I can't manually add him to the initiative tracker. So
Has it done it now?
nice one. It has, yes. So I will change that to a 12 and that to a 14.
Oh, I've got a little cat. I've captured it. It wants to go. It's going to get spiky very soon. Yep. Spiky.
Okay, so we've got Minato, Mortis, Eidolon, Zegric, Addam, Argus, and Dastor. So
Say Argus and Dastor are so far front. Like, they've not rolled well, have they?
what's the Eidolon's deck score and Zegric? What's your deck score? Who's got higher? Interestingly, because I don't think this is separated by decks. I think this is done alphabetically.
Imagine it's Zegric,
Mine
but
+3, I
my
think.
dex is +2.
+3 for me, I think.
Yeah.
I'm a shooter.
Wait,
I'm dex heavy. Yeah, +3.
I don't know whether I've still got like a penalty on it. I'm sure I've got a -2 on strength at the moment, maybe for something.
I'll have a look at the sheet in a second and I will confirm that for you. And the same question for Argus and Dastor, who've got high decks, just to make sure that you're.
I'm not sure what Argus is.
11.
Mine's 12, modifier 1.
Yeah, it's Dastor first.
There you go. Okay, so Minato, you are the first to act.
How easy would it be for me to sneak up to him, Tom?
Did
you say it's night time?
It is night time. You don't know if these have dark vision or not. However, it is attached to a wooden stake at the moment, so its field of view is somewhat limited.
Okay, so we can assume it's kind of looking like the east then, or my east.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm wondering if it would be worth, because I mean, I could kind of. This isn't my movement, by the way, but I could potentially get here to 30 in that kind of angle, and then come back on myself like that, and that'd be my 40.
You could. I would also invite you to roll a stealth check.
Not another one. Another one. 23.
Ain't nobody got time for that. That's what I'd say.
Okay.
Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Right.
You feel like it has not noticed you.
Oh,
Hey.
sounds a pound. I'm gonna attack him with my dagger then from behind.
Oh. Sounds like a euphemism for something to me, but
Yeah.
Giggity goo.
Could have at least
Roll
bought him
the
dinner
base
first.
checks down.
11's not gonna
So-
hit, is it?
Against flat-footed AC, you just miss.
Oh,
Um,
unbelievable.
Unbelievable,
but
Jeff.
Unbelievable.
I'll
Jeff.
swing it round with another attack then off my masterwork dagger.
okay.
Go on, son.
16.
That, however, hits.
Cool.
And given that it is currently restrained, I will give you a sneak attack as well.
Oh, very nice.
So describe to me how you murder this creature that's pinned down.
Oh, okay then. So I'd probably say how he kind of like runs up and jumps over the fence and sneaks up behind him. He'll go to stab it and hit the post and just kind of chuckle to himself and bring up his other dagger and just straight through the head. And
Okay.
then he'll point to Argos and say, I've got this one, my friend.
That right?
As his wiping gall then trails off his dagger.
Okay. Would you like to do anything else?
Yes, I'm going to use one key point and go invisible.
Okay.
Invisibility's best.
As he looks over at everybody, you just hear like a...
I'll give you the ninja icon to note that you're invisible.
Thank you.
Ha!
Okay. It brings us to Mortis's turn.
Right then. Right. So that one's dead, isn't it? The one up there. The other
It
one's
is.
fucking miles away.
Well, we can't see anymore, can we?
I was going to say, yeah. There is currently no tokens on the map. You're out, however, you are aware that the other one was moving, so you are welcome to make a perception check.
I would like
It-
to do that. Here we go.
It came from the north, didn't it? Can we all do that then, Dungeon Master? Just
On your turns, yeah, sure.
okay.
Prescription, right? Something
Hopefully,
man
we'll all
heard
get
into-
Hopefully, we'll all just get to watch another combat where Minato just kills a person.
Right, here we go.
You see
Very
nothing.
mediocre.
You're peering through. And to be fair, you don't have dark vision. So you're
No.
peering into the darkness, knowing roughly which direction the other one that you saw moving was, but you can't see anything.
Right, I'll just prepare. I'll prepare a cantrip. I'll prepare. I've got cantrips, you see. Disrupt undead.
Okay.
And that'll be me then.
Okay. Which brings us to Zegric.
Oh, these rocks, they like elevated ground.
Slightly so, yes.
Yeah,
They'll
I mean, I'm not
probably
like
go
talking like
like 5
mountains.
feet.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to run. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And sort of put myself on one of these rocks where I've got a good
Yeah,
footing.
sure.
I've got 35
Roll
feet
me
of
roll a
movement.
climb check for me. Don't roll a 1.
I did.
Watch him fall on his face here, climbing up on a rock.
There you go.
You didn't roll a 1, so
No, I
yeah,
rolled
you're
a
fine.
And then I'm going to roll the perception check.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow, that was a natural one.
So yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. You know, they're dressed in black. You know, if it were moving, it'd be moving quickly. It's hard to say for sure.
Okay. Then I will hold a shot for if anything comes in range
Okay.
of my, I believe, 60 feet of dark vision.
Yep, sounds legit to me. Brings us to Leadlon's turn.
Ooh. So the Eidolon's going to move. Are we anticipating that? Was it directly in this field that we were suspecting that the other casualty was?
It was further to the north. So if something comes at you, it will come at you from the north. But you're not sure. You saw movement, but you weren't sure it could be it's either a ghoul or a living person, but you weren't close enough to detect which.
I think the Eidolon's going to move forward, and then it's just going to try and do another survival check.
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
Is that all right?
It's absolutely fine, mate. Yeah, makes more sense of a perception check in this case.
Can I have a sausage? No.
So
Natural 20.
yeah, brilliant roll. So the Eidolon knows that there is something that smells of the same, the kind of decaying smell as the ghoul coming at you from the north.
Mhm.
For sure, there is something coming at you. It's getting closer. The smell's getting stronger.
So he's gonna, I guess he's gonna he's gonna do exactly the same as what he did with the last one. So he's gonna kind of like stand his ground, start snarling, and then like snapping at the distance, and like he's just gonna hold his ground. But on that note, I think Addam would be in tune and say, "More beasties are coming from the north."
That's what I'll say.
Okay. Which brings us Adam's turn, funnily enough.
I think Addam would just kind of like move to the rocks and kind of hold his action from there.
Okay. What are you holding specifically? Because in Pathfinder you can delay, or
You delay your
can
hold.
prepare an action. Yeah, you either completely delay your turn, or you hold an action. One of the two.
I think Addam would hold an action. Could I do that? Could I do that for the Eidolon as well? Can he hold his like bite action? So if anything comes in to attack him, he can chomp at them.
Yep, you can hold an attack. For sure.
Yeah, and then the same with Addam. I think Addam might still have a crossbow.
Yeah, for sure he does. Yeah.
So not that he's overly proficient with using it, but he'll try and shoot someone with a crossbow if it gets him within range.
Fair enough.
Oh, spiky cat. Oh, sorry.
Brings us to Dastor.
Come on, son. Give him some pasty.
What would Dastor like to do?
Seeing the Eidolon snapping and like clawing at the ground, Dastor would pop his cup of tea down, push it one side, give Argus a nod, and then he'd move forward. Not to the same place as the Eidolon, but just off to the side of him, but in the middle. And he'd ready his axe.
Okay. Yeah. Ready an attack with the axe. Roger. Brings us to Argus.
Yeah, I'm going to move my 20. I was just double checking. I'm going to move my 20. Or I'm not getting what's it? And then take a 5-foot step as well. Where's the rule?
So you can't take a 5-foot step and a move action. So it's part of a full round action. The 5-foot step is.
So the simplest move action is moving at your speed. If you take this kind of move action during your turn, you can also take a 5-foot step.
Oh.
Who's nose breathing?
That could be
Mark.
me. Hang on. Yeah.
Oh.
Breatheth. Keeps trying to touch me underpants.
I'll keep it with Dastor though.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold up. I'm moving Dastor out of the way because I can't spin around. I can move Dastor. Yeah, and
do you know why that is?
Because we all could.
Because you all have access to use his token because we use them for life.
Yeah. And
you guys been using and abusing me?
Yeah, I'll hold my action to twat something if it comes near.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, Long Johnson.
That is dead. Which brings us to Minato's turn.
I think, to be fair, because I'm invisible, I'm going to
Sing O Long Johnson. Oh,
I'm going to go to here, I think, and just kind of like ready an attack in case anything comes by.
Okay.
The cheese.
I've just eaten a piece of cheese.
It's good. I
Okay.
can't fault you for eating cheese.
So,
Honestly, it's probably one of man's best inventions.
It really is. And when you think about it, it sounds horrible, doesn't it? Yeah, you get this milk and then you just leave it.
Get what?
Yeah, till it gets mouldy and solid, and then eat it nice. And
And I love blue
The
cheese
other
as well.
thing is
Yeah.
it's definitely been. It was definitely found by accident, wasn't it? Let's face it. Like nobody deliberately went out of their way to do it. And what I think is probably the weirdest thing is the cretin that ate probably the first piece.
No, I think what's worse is the first person who milked a cow was just like, you know what? I like the look of them udders, and we'll just done that.
I'm gonna go and squeeze them teats.
okay,
Yeah.
so
Because it's a human
Enough
first.
about the teats. Let's go.
running absolutely full pelt, a scarecrow ghoul appears from the north. Now, has 2 potential targets. So, what I'm going to do is going to roll. What am I going to roll? I'm just going to roll d20. Odds it's going to go for. Wow. Do you want odds for the Eidolon or do you want evens for the Eidolon, Jake? I'll let you. I'll give you the first choice.
I'll go odds.
You want odds? Okay. It's evens.
Oh.
So the ghoul is going and it's running full pelt. So when you run in Pathfinder, you get 4 times your movement, but you have to go in a straight line. So it's going to run towards Argus, and it's going to pass through your threat range, and it's going to run to there. So the way attacks of opportunity work is it's when they leave your threatened squares.
Okay.
So you can choose to wait until it gets to there if you so wish to attack it.
I'll wait till it gets there then, shall I?
Make weird noises at it. Call it a
So,
bubble.
attack of opportunity, is it?
Yeah. Well, it's your held action, to be fair, which you can.
Is it classed as an
well,
opportunity attack though, Tom?
No, it won't. So it can't. No, because it's a held action. No, it just triggers your held action.
Okay.
Um,
And I am invisible, so it's going to be a
You are
stealth
invisible.
attack as well, isn't it?
Invisible. That's what he is.
Come on. 12 bollocks.
Bear with me 1 second.
Put your fingers
No,
in
that's
its
the other
bottom.
way. So you're
hurt
attacking its. So you're attacking its flat-footed AC, Lewis, for a start.
Yeah.
You also get to roll the attack twice,
Oh, okay.
so you can roll again.
You.
Okay, so the first one did hit, but I was just giving you the opportunity to crit them.
Oh,
So
okay.
12 hits. 12 hits. It's flat-footed AC,
Okay.
which is enough to. Funny enough, 8 and then
16.
your 8 and then your 16 sneak attack is more than enough
Cool.
Well,
to cut the creature.
Rolled
if
it lousy.
Are you
Minato
sure?
could just stop it.
It's all a bit squidgy.
I'm going to flavour this one as Minato just sticks his foot out and it trips over and snaps its neck.
Can it just land right in front of like me at Argus and Dastor with our axes like ready to go? I was like, oh.
Should we just stamp on his head anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was mine.
You know what they say? Double tap.
Yeah.
That only counts as one.
So yeah, you can all consider yourselves out of initiative. Neatly dispatched.
Oh, Johnson.
Back to the map.
Da-da-da-da.
Okay.
Leave my
So-
peanuts out of this.
As you also come to that junction, reveal a little bit more. So you aware that path also leads back to the farmhouse.
Okay.
Okay.
What's next in the
Let's
north?
clear all of this.
Underpants. That's what it is.
Oh boy, what have we done now? There we go. No. Fill areas. Fill areas. Fill some of this for you. Is not. Right, we can get rid of that. Thank you.
All I see's
Have you
everybody's
heard that
trying to
remix
eat
of
my cheese.
Do Hast by Rammstein, but it's done in the Doom kind of music?
No.
Oh, it's fucking epic.
Oh, I'll have to check that. Du hast mich gefragt und ich hab nichts gesagt.
So
I was
reveals another
at Mark's
junction.
the other day. We were listening to some older tunes, and I was reminded of how full on metal Nine Inch Nails is. Nine Inch Nails and Wish. Oh,
It's
off you go.
brilliant.
Oh.
Anyone that's not heard that, it's one of the best
It's
songs
in
ever.
the campaign chat, Mark. And the cover art looks awesome.
Right, I'm going campaign chat.
Thank you, Dungeon Master.
Oh,
So we're circling
let's-
round. Is there anything north? Can we have a just check those corners?
I'm trying
Got
to,
it.
to reveal, but it's not letting me do certain bits of it for some reason. I don't know why. It's
Yeah, don't worry.
It's
We'll carry on.
actually
We can circle round east then.
no worries.
Some good coverage.
Some more removals.
I think at this point, Argus would be suggesting to Dastor, if we get something shiny and flash it to the west, we might get a chance to distract Minato and hit something.
Dastor's going to walk forward spinning with his axe. Just hoping he gets
Yeah.
Okay, so you see another scarecrow when you hit this junction here. You see another scarecrow to the northeast.
Sorry.
Dastor's going to forget that he's lawful good for a second, just run over and chop its head off.
Yay, chop his head off.
Roll me an attack then, please.
I'm not actually doing that.
Oh.
Hey, look, you said it. Now you're going to see it through. I'm sorry, that's just how the game is.
yeah.
Power
Yeah, don't be a
checks.
coward, Lars. Kill the
It's just not
innocent
in Dastor's
civilian.
nature. Me, I'd do it.
Kill the Grand Poobah. Eliminate even the toughest stains. That's what I say.
Oh,
We're sending the Edon over again.
Edon.
And that as well.
I mean, I can check it. I can use the Eidolon to do another survival check, see if we can make out what it is.
I can assist
Seems
you.
to be the. Sorry?
I said I can assist.
13. Yeah, so you've done this enough now. You are aware that this has that same kind of stench of death and decay and is writhing.
Right, I'm charging.
far
So the
away?
Eidolon's
Dwarf.
going to do another.
How far away is it, Tom?
Call it 60 feet. You can be
Cool,
far
I'm
as
gonna put
close
an
as
arrow
you
in
want, realistically. Okay, roll your attack.
I wasn't ready.
I mean, that is the other thing. You could literally just stand back and shoot at it. Realistically.
I will also do that then as well.
So that is a crit, and against flat-footed AC, that does confirm.
What happens to Dastor's arrow then? Does it just hit the dead body?
Yeah, you just roll. So yeah, that misses. No, it misses.
Wicked. Dastor
Off
is
into darkness.
useless.
He's not useless. He makes a cracking cup of tea.
That's true.
So
Dastor's
it's
bringing
Basically
it back.
just no
damage
shame
of
to pigeon
24
unintentionally.
piercing.
Enough. So how do you kill this with your bow in one shot?
I think it's just a perfect headshot.
It is.
I
the
like to
only true
imagine
stopper.
Thank you,
It's
Mark.
like Russell Crowe as Robin Hood, you know, where he shoots. What's his name? He's running around the horse, and he just sort of stands there.
Fair enough. Okay. So you have your path. Some of this you have traversed. So obviously this was your way in to the north. That path to the north was your way in.
What's the L? The N and the X I know are different
That was-
scarecrows. L is
Oh,
scarecrow.
that's because I've not been revealing them as I've gone along. The L was a living person.
Okay.
Bear with me.
The L
There was
stands
your
for
L.
loser for getting caught.
Let me just connect all these. So this is where you've seen them prior.
Oh,
Drop down
damn.
to the, on the map.
Okay, we'll continue further out to the north then to that end that we've already
Yep.
established, and then continue east.
Okay, let me reveal
Oh,
a bit
yeah.
more
Giggity.
of the map for you.
Tidy. Yeah. Cool. So we'll be going, circling around here, checking the corners.
So as you get to that junction, you just reveal a little bit more on that.
Cool. Okay, yeah, it's probably makes sense to continue east.
And then you see a scarecrow in this field here, opposite to you.
That one.
Right there.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do
You
I'm
know
not
what
going
to
to
do,
go
Adam?
anything because that would denote.
Get sniffing.
Sorry, Lars.
I was just saying, Adam knows what to do. Get that Eidolon over there, get it sniffing. And you, Minato, as well. Get on all fours.
Oh dear.
Well, the Elon has rolled an apple 1. So
Oh,
the Elon
It's all down to the
just
cat.
starts sticking up some bones of some poor creature it's eaten earlier. You know, it's like that hacking kind of furball sound. It's still making that as it's like and vibrating.
like a cheese.
But you are pretty sure, Minato, that that is in fact a ghoul.
Is it a giggity ghoul? Sorry. Promise I'll be quiet.
Okay.
So
You'll probably kind of look at Zegric and kind of go, you know what to do.
Go on, Tom.
There's no fish.
no. So if you want to try, I was going to say, how are you going to try and dispatch this from range?
Yeah, might as well. It's
Did
the
you want to try
safest
that
way.
first
isn't it?
before I take you to the battle map?
Yeah, let's fire the crossbow again. How far away is it? I've got 80 foot.
You can get close enough that you can take a shot. But what I'll do is I'll let you take your shots. If you don't kill it, we'll go on to the battle map. So they both hit.
Thank
Hold on.
God it's not just Sam killing it this time. August.
So
Sorry,
4.7. You hit it
August
twice,
just can't get a whiff
but
of
it
action.
is still moving. It seems very injured, but is still moving. Does anyone else any range attacks they want to make before I take you to the battle map?
Yeah.
I mean,
want to
technically, I should have
disrupt
put an
Far
acid
away, is
flash
it?
on it, but
Well, you didn't say before you shot those, Sam, so I'm gonna not let you have it.
How far away is it, Tom?
You could get within. I will give you up to 60 feet, I think.
I mean, how? I don't know what the range is on
Before you're
shurikens.
I think Mark might have killed it.
Yeah, it's just on
Mark
6.
can't get close enough to do that.
Oh,
It's 25 feet plus 5 every 2. So I'd say
Yeah.
60 feet, up to 60 feet out you can get to before. I haven't quite got the range on that, I'm afraid.
no problem.
I'll-
I'll hold
I-
it in case on the remote chance that something comes near me.
So is there anybody else who's got any bow attacks or range? I don't. It should have range on the shuriken, should it not? As if you've got it set up as an attack. If not, I
I
can
don't think
find
I put
it
it set up
for
as an
Oh,
attack.
yeah.
That's
you. Okay,
my
bear with it.
fuck up.
Yeah, no worries.
Let me see. Well, that
I knew
bastard.
there was something I hadn't done.
Maximum range of 50.
Oh, son of a snitch.
Yeah.
The only other plan I've potentially got.
Addam has a crossbow though.
Addam does have a crossbow.
Apparently, Minato's making a ride check. He's
yeah,
riding
I'm
the
jumping
right
on
riding
top of
needler.
Dastor and riding him into battle.
I can't find
on
the
his
range.
back,
The thing on my
holding on.
crossbow.
It's 80 feet for a crossbow, mate. So you can take a crossbow shot.
Oh, I would have done that.
Yeah. No, I'm happy because you weren't in range to do disrupt them in the first place. That's
Oh,
fine. I'll let
cool.
you take a shot.
Thanks. Well, I rolled a. What did I roll? 23.
I will
That's
make you
not
roll it
necessarily
again
the
though,
same,
because it's
though. Yeah,
different.
no,
It's a different modifier.
I don't blame you. That's pants.
2 damage.
Unfortunately, they're both misses against flat
Yeah,
footed.
I'm going to turn myself into a chicken
Finish
and
off.
lay a little egg.
Lay a
Okay.
little leg for you.
We're gonna have to fight, aren't we?
So, battle map.
It's not really an egg; it's poo.
So,
Guys,
Oh.
you know, because we haven't killed it, who knows? Argus might actually get to fight.
so
Check his
Hold off.
initiative. Oh, it's good.
right, hang on. Before you start rolling initiative, let me pull the tracker up. Reset. I roll it again. Give me a minute. Let me reset the tracker. I will change your score to that, Dave.
Okay.
Down.
I'm not going to get close enough anyway.
I will need you to click
20
it again.
feet of movement.
Hey, my
So
mother-in-law.
you can now all roll initiative.
Mother-in-law.
Oh, 18.
Bear in mind you can charge, Dave, which is doubles your movement to 40, which isn't going to be enough. Sorry.
No.
No.
It might make
Sorry,
him
mate.
attack you.
Yeah.
Let me
What
just
did that
remove
roll?
the cross. Hang on.
No doubt this
uh,
will run
Oh, I rolled
massive.
intimidate instead. Let me try and roll initiative.
So what I would say is you'll be 60 foot out, but this is
Yeah.
with me. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Yeah, so you're coming from the north. This.
Has it done it? No, it still hasn't done it.
So I'll
Has it
pop
done it
that
now?
there.
Oh,
And you can start
wicked.
60 feet out to the north from 50. Yeah, I need to bring him
Oh.
further south in order to make that work. So I'll pop him there, say. And then you've got space to arrange yourselves. I have a suspicion that the
We
first
should be
person's with
okay,
him
yeah.
might kill him.
Well, as a dwarf, I'm obviously
Okay.
never going to get there in time. Nappy sprint.
Peace. Unless somebody tosses you.
Or it charges us.
Cross me.
So you
You're
can't be
gonna
any
have
closer
to
than
toss
60
me.
feet, gents. Just as that's the range limit I set for you. So no closer than 60 feet
And your
from
man
the gun.
on toast.
So and the row of blocks that I'm kind of showing at are your 60 feet. So no closer than that, please, with the tokens.
Toucan.
Move them zombos back.
Yeah.
Who's that at the front?
Addam and the alarm back as well. And we should all now be. Yep. Wonderful.
Is Adam's
Uh,
character dropping his knife, or is he littering, or is he throwing it?
Oh,
I
burping.
think
He
he's
had his
casting a
crossbow out.
Just littering,
think.
isn't he?
So,
He is.
Dave,
That's what he
your initiative originally was 22, was it not?
Yeah.
which does make you
Bill
the first to act.
I pass my turn.
Oh, I don't think I'm push. You've got a long way, Dave.
No, it's cool. It's cool. We'll move on to the next one.
Which brings us to Adam's turn.
Addam will take another crossbow shot. He took one the first time. He's under no hopes or.
If you don't try,
But it is-
you'll never succeed.
He's flat-footed, so we can only hope.
What is my cheese?
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Oh, Mum, what a bag of dog dick.
Oh, also, it would help if I rolled initiative for the ghoul, wouldn't it?
You know what's going to happen? Minato is going to get the kill again. He's killed everything.
Okay. My mother-in-law.
Necessarily.
She's just licking his arse.
And it is.
Killing ghouls.
It's turn.
Am I right to say my throwing returning daggers range is 20 feet?
If that's what it says on your character sheet, that is what it will be. Because it's heavier than a shuriken, I would expect it to be something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So I hate it when you don't have fucking numbers. Right, there. Yeah, it's going to be around there, isn't it? Because I was going to just kind of run down to...
So you could get to there.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to measure it
And
out
then
and count
you
the
were in.
blocks.
Yeah. Does the measuring tool not give you, if you click on the tape measure, does it not give you the numbers?
No, it's not working for some reason tonight.
Oh.
I've got
Come on,
it.
Lars.
So I'm assuming I can just throw my dagger. It's just a normal attack.
You
I'm
absolutely
assuming.
can, yeah. It'd be a normal
Leslie
attack.
Bean. That's
Because you
what
attack with your dex
anyway.
anyway, so
Yeah. 28 to hit.
that's it.
Oh, it's rolled a
Feel
lot
my-
again, unfortunately.
I feel
So
my-
Max
11 points of
damage.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah, that's more than enough, mate. It's already taken 11 points of damage.
Oh,
It could have been you, Dave, if you'd used your longbow. Just saying.
monkey.
Better just
Okay,
sit
so
back
how
like a
does
cat
this one
all the way.
I think he just kind of like sprints towards it like a cat and just kind of flings it out from his hip. You just see it magically pierce it and then appear back in his hand as he grabs it and turns around and smiles at Argus again.
Detachable penis. That's clever.
Okay.
And he looks at Dastor and says,
Let the fisting commence.
I didn't hear that.
shame
Do it
likes
again.
it.
So too.
I didn't hear it.
It involved fisting Lars.
Dastor's just going to pass a cup of tea to every member of the group except for Minato. And then just walk
he doesn't
off.
need it, mate, as he's sat there licking his arse in front of you.
I might have to
Before
play
he's very good at
Quinn.
intimidating people.
Okay, so I am now just going to do that.
Tidy. Cool.
However,
Yeah.
There's 4 scarecrows kind of
Here we go.
flanking this road, if you will.
Which road?
Finally, some action.
Just confirm you put an F in front of that word. Flanking or what were they doing?
Flanking. Yeah, flanking.
Flanking. Okay. Whereabouts?
There's no masturbation going on here, mate. My hands,
All
you can
wanking
see
at
my
Minato
hands.
walking.
I know it looks like I am, but I'm not. Hands.
I've got the real
Yeah.
Minato here, look.
Oh, he's like younger.
Yeah.
He looks ready for battle as well.
He does. He's a fast little bugger.
How old is he? He doesn't look very old.
13.
You're kidding.
Wow.
No.
Well, I don't know where my old one is. He's 15, but he looks it.
Yeah.
It does look quite young.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, in the interests of the time, because I know people need to be getting on.
Oh my God, it's flown by.
10:30, yeah.
That's
10:30.
gone quick.
Well, just before I forget, then, if we're calling it now, anybody that hasn't seen it should watch Sharp on YouTube. Every episode's on there. I'm watching them
Oh,
all again.
Sharp.
It's Sean Bean's sort of breakout thing. It's the only thing he doesn't die in, I think.
Bastards.
I've
Yeah.
met one of the riflemen.
Have you?
Yeah, the one that speaks
The
French.
one where he
can't
says
think of his name.
bastard all the time, and he's like, "You yellow belly bastards."
I think there is some of that going on. Yeah, he's an officer raised from the ranks for saving Wellington's life in the Napoleon. The proper officers, so to speak, don't like him, and the men don't like him because he's not a proper officer. And yeah, it's really good. It's really Sharp's Rifles is the first one, and each one is a whole book. It's an hour and 40 odd minutes per episode, and each one's a book. So they're really, really good. And all the books are also an audio book on YouTube again.
It's Bernard Cornwell, isn't it? It's the same guy
Yeah.
that wrote Last Kingdom.
Yeah, that's the fella.
Oh, I'll definitely watch it then. I like Last Kingdom.
Well, so Sean, it was meant to be Sharp in the books was meant to be a Cockney. So he wasn't very well cast, but he ended up writing in how he got his Yorkshire accent because he was really, really liked Sean Bean's Sharp. Definitely have a look at it if you're into that type of thing, because they're really. Is there anything else I
Anything
want?
history I love.
So,
Bullshit I was going to tell people.
just before we all disappear,
Mm-hmm.
can I have a survival check? And we'll find out if
Oh.
your next one's going to start with a combat.
Also, did we say we can't play
From to the,
tomorrow?
yeah.
Did we say? People say they can't play tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, son.
Okay.
Hey, I've rolled non-shit.
So, between you all, you figure out at least one of these is a ghoul. So, as you kind of start to approach these scarecrows, they start to writhe and and move. And we will end
Make
it there.
weird
We will
noises.
start the next session on a
Yes.
combat.
Wicked.
Roger. Thank you, Tomos.
Yes.
I don't know where. To be fair, I haven't looked to see when the next Pathfinder is. To be honest.
Oh, I've got one plumbed in, mate. We
It's not
have
down the back of my
next.
trousers.
I've been a bit distracted because I've been off
Pathfinder.
work. I've just been a bit distracted doing random stuff like driving St. Ives.
14th, 14th of
Smashing your
June,
car.
14th.
Saturday.
St. Ives is in Cornwall.
Just check my diary.
No, not that St. Ives. I thought
Oh.
it was that St. Ives. It was Cambridgeshire.
Ah. Did you know that there is 2 Leeds in this country? 2 Leeds. There's 5 villages on the same page of the motorway atlas thing called. I don't know how you say it in Wales, but it's spelled Pentre. So I'd say Penta, but it's probably not pronounced like that. There's 5 places on the same page of the map called that. Right, and I found out off one of my Welsh mates that it just means village. Where are you from? Me. I'm from village. Well, that's all. I'm
There's,
from village too.
There's at least I think there's definitely at least 2 major rivers that are called the same thing, and I can't remember what it is. I don't know if it's Soar, but the reason it's called that is because when the Romans came over, the Anglo-Saxon word the original Britain's word for river was whatever this word is. So the Romans just took it on. So lots of rivers in England are called river. It's the same name. Yeah.
Well, Lake Windermere is a misnomer because mere means lake, so it's like Lake Winderlake, which is not what it's called. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure
Did you
there's
get your
something
day
else.
off, Mark?
Oh God, yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. Yes, so I'm off Monday.
Tidy.
Happy days.
Right, I'll turn
Right
this
then,
thing off, shall I?
gentlemen, take care, and I shall hopefully see you very, very soon. Yeah.
Yeah.